Hey, welcome to the Morning Mix podcast. We learned this morning that a lot of people have the same job that their parents had when they were growing up.
Yeah, a lot of people whose moms were teachers became teachers.
Yeah.
And then we find out a lot of people whose dads embarrassed them went on to lead really embarrassing lives.
Yeah, dads don't really take care of our emotions when we're dating someone new. They want to make sure that everybody in the restaurant knows that they know we're all sleeping together, and that's uncomfortable. That and much more right now on the Morning Mix podcast. If you could go back in time right now and tell yourself something, what tip would you give yourself? Lots of texts coming through. 219, watch out for that country star that's going to take over the world. Her name is Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
219, just marry for money. Don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just do that. There's so much out here. No concealer lips with the going out tops, statement necklaces, sock buns, and no low-rise skinny jeans.
Oh, wow.
Wow, yeah, a lot of them.
The going out top, I remember that was college for me. Like if you were going to go out with your friends one night, everybody would get dressed, and then you'd go meet always at the girls' apartment or dorm room because it would take them forever to get ready, and they would all be arguing over what going out top should we wear. You'd be like, I'm going to wear these jeans and then like a going out top all the time. 224, just eat the damn dessert. Eat it. Who cares?
Like
224, also, all caps, leave your eyebrows how they are.
Oh, man. No going back
No,
after
you can't, man.
overpluck them.
Yep.
If I could go back in time, what tip would I give myself? 708, avoid the football team. Just join the marching band instead. Oh. Kind of nice. 773, prenup. Okay, watch out.
Okay.
Hollow, we want prenup.
708, you're not fat. You're not fat. Trust me. 10 years older than you, now you're hot. All right. So, like, looking back in time, just enjoy the body you're in, I think, is really the message there, right? Go back to school when you're young, 708. 219, just be a bitch. It's a good thing.
Oh.
Okay.
Embrace it.
Embrace the bitch, I think, is what they're saying. 630, wear sunscreen, not baby oil and foil blankets. Just wear sunscreen, okay?
Yeah. And avoid sunning. That's another
Yeah, it's
one.
not worth it.
Don't do that.
It's not worth it. Janet's hitting us with some poetry here. What you allow will continue. It's like Whip yesterday with if you prepare to fail, you fail to prepare.
If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
There you go.
Yes.
There you are.
219, hold on to that virginity just a couple more years. Okay. There you go. That's a deep one.
soon,
That's
maybe
deep.
too
Yeah,
soon.
you never know. 773, go to concerts before you're too old to party. Okay. 708, change your major sooner. It's not worth it. Just change your major. All right. 517, never go into that casino. Don't do it.
House always wins.
That's right. 630, have a lot of sex. Who cares?
Oh, my God.
If I could go back in time, what would I tell myself? Preserve those childhood toys. They're going to be valuable collectibles now.
Right.
Don't throw them away.
Right? And a 773, kind of hacking it. Here are the winning lottery numbers for every lottery over $500 million and the dates that you'll need to purchase the tickets.
Nice. That's very Biff.
It
from,
is very
Right.
Biff.
That's right.
From Back to the Future.
From Chicago to your device, this is the Morning Mix Podcast.
So what do you do for a living? Me, I do what my parents did. It's funny on the way that Swanee, we have a system in here. He can type in the producing studio, and then I can see it on the screen. And it all sounds like caveman speak because it's like, dad dentist, me dentist. Like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Hi, Christine. Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. How are you?
Doing really well. What was your mom growing up? What was her job?
Okay, so my mom was a kindergarten and first grade teacher for 25 years.
Okay.
Cool.
And what do you do?
I am a special educator. I work with teenagers with anxiety.
Okay. So mom was a teacher and you're a teacher.
Yeah.
Were you just always drawn to it? Did it always just feel like, oh, that's what I'm going to do? Were you so proud of your mom that it felt like I want to follow in her path? Or how did it all work out for you?
You know, it's funny. I liked helping her in her classroom, and I just liked what she did. It's interesting, though. She's kind of scared of my population, and I'm kind of scared of her population.
Oh, interesting.
I would not want to do elementary, and she would not want to do high school. But I think we just both really had a calling to work with different types of kids. So, yeah, and my husband's a teacher, too.
Wow.
Wow, look at you guys. It is kind of cool to have the same field but a different focus. So
Yeah.
you have things you can connect on and things that are your own. Kind of like that. Hey, Annette, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing really well. What were your parents? What was their job growing up?
My mom was one of the first industrial arts teachers. She was a wood shop teacher.
Wow.
And she told me, do not become a teacher. And so I became a teacher.
There you go.
Okay.
I teach high school math, and then I told both of my children, I go, do not become teachers. And now they're both going to school, and they both changed their majors to teaching.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
1 in a million on this question. Your mom was not Mrs. Swenson, was she?
No, she was Mrs. Racist.
Okay, because I had a Mrs. Swenson for industrial arts back in 7th grade. And if that had been your mom, I would think that would be really awesome. But it's still awesome.
Weird coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Teacher to teacher. Hey, Ralph, what's happening?
Hey, I'm a nurse, and my mom was a nurse.
Oh, look at that. Now, are you guys nurses in the same field within medicine?
She's in behavioral health, and I'm in general medicine.
Okay.
Her sister, my aunt, is a nurse. Her daughter is also a nurse, my cousin, and I have many nurses in the family, and also like my grandparent, my great uncle on her side was was a physician. So a lot of us in the medical field.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Do you think it like helped you become a nurse, like because of all these examples, or like was she helping you along the way?
Yeah, there was definitely some help. The exams were difficult. They ask you not even what's the right answer, but what is the most right answer, and that can get kind of tricky.
Yeah, wow, that's wild. Did you ever do overnights?
Yes, for a majority of my career.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
I'm going to need to get Ralph's info. My sister-in-law is an overnight nurse right now. She's on like year 1.5 of being an overnight nurse. And boy, that sleep schedule really punches you right in the face. That is tough to live the backwards life. But you got used to it?
Oh, it's never getting used to it. You have to prepare like the day before and kind of try to take a nap before you go and try to put it all together. If it's like you usually work 3 in a row, like 3 nights in a row.
Yeah,
So-
it's crazy.
Well, thanks to you and all your family.
That's exactly right. Yeah,
for
boy,
doing that.
90% of the nursing staff in the tri-state area.
Yeah.
I don't know. There you go, Ralph, a nurse. Everybody else was a nurse. Hi, Sarah. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing really well. You're about to graduate from Ball State. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
Congratulations. And what's your degree going to be in?
Elementary education.
Really? And what do mom and dad do?
My dad works for a construction group, and my mom has been a teacher for about 25 years now.
Boom.
Nice.
There you go. What does she teach?
Yeah.
She teaches 5th grade, math and science.
Gotcha.
Okay, so also elementary. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you didn't want to go into construction, huh? Was dad a little burned by that?
No, not really my thing. I'll leave that up to my boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Watch out. There we go. Very nice. So wait a second. Your boyfriend in construction, you are in teaching. Are you just replaying your parents' life, potentially?
Basically,
Yeah.
he's essentially going for the same thing my dad did, project management. So
Look
we'll
at
see
that.
how all that plays out. Yeah.
Wow. Well, congratulations. So when's the actual graduation day? Are you graduating in December?
Yes, December 16th.
All right,
Nice.
right on.
You're listening to the Morning Mix podcast.
Travis Kelce revealed to his brother Jason on their podcast that he got really nervous when he noticed their dad was talking to Taylor Swift because dad's embarrassing. Dad's going to say some stuff and it's going to be uncomfortable, and I feel horrible for Taylor. We love dad. We don't mean to rag on him, but come on. And Nikki went first today to share with us that once, when talking about she and Joel, her husband, moving in together, her dad said, what was the quote again, Nikki?
It's not like we don't already know you're sleeping together
Youch.
My
in
God.
the middle of a restaurant.
Do you want the soup with that?
Wow.
I'll have this. Yeah? Okay, thank you. Can you pass the pepper? What? Dads can be embarrassing. So can moms. We got a text from her in 949. My mom once accidentally flashed my boyfriend. I was mortified.
Oh, accidentally.
That's what I'm questioning.
Yeah, a little Miss
Like,
Robinson
hang on a second. I don't
situation.
know. But mom and dad, they're embarrassing. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Hi, good morning. Love your show.
Oh, thank you so much. Now, your dad embarrassed you?
Yeah, it was my 21st birthday, and much like Nikki, he decided that he was going to out me sexually in front of all of my friends.
Wow.
And he says to me, "So we're playing this game where you toss the ball to each other, and as whoever you toss the ball to, you ask them a question, and they have to quickly answer and then pass it on to the next person." So he tosses the ball to me and says, So you still a virgin?
Oh.
Needless to say, I did not. I kind of lost because I dropped the ball.
Yeah, I would drop the ball. I'd be like, and I'm out.
Yeah.
Have a good day. See you later, Dad.
Oh.
Wow, that's a bold dad there.
Yeah, seriously.
He's walking up to the edge. Yeah, let's see. Hi, Katie. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Doing all right. Your dad embarrassed you in front of like a boyfriend or girlfriend?
Yeah, in front of my first date ever.
Oh,
I was
no.
asked to my junior year homecoming, and part of the dinner, I guess, was we were going on a boat on Lake Michigan. And when my dad was there, or when my date picked me up for homecoming, my dad looks at me and very loudly in front of my date says, "Do you need an anti-nausea bracelet to go on the boat?"
Yeah.
You're like, Dad, I'm trying to keep it together.
Yeah.
Right.
Shut up.
Right.
I'm already nervous.
And so I was like, "Dad, I don't need the bracelet." And he goes, "Well, then you should take some kind of medication so you don't throw up on your date."
Yeah, that's true.
Doubles down.
They're just standing there like, thanks, Dad.
Right.
Cool. So did you take anything?
No, I didn't, and I was totally fine on the boat.
Oh,
but
good.
I
Okay,
was
good.
very embarrassed.
Yeah, it's very embarrassing. Boy, moms and dads really ruin
Yeah.
it in front of the person you're trying to impress, right? Another Katie. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning.
Your parents, your dad was embarrassing you in front of a date?
Yeah, so my junior year of college, I brought my boyfriend at the time home for the first time ever, and my father started talking about his recent colonoscopy.
Great topic.
Yeah, well, he's got to warn this kid that in like 20 years this is
Right.
going to matter.
Right. This is your future.
Now, when you say he started talking about it, was this in like great detail?
He just randomly just starts going, well, I recently had this procedure on my butt.
Good way to
I
start
love
the
your dad.
conversation. Yeah.
Your dad's awesome, Katie.
Yeah.
How did the date respond?
We're married. So
there you go.
we've been married for 5 years. Yeah.
Dad knew what he was doing.
Hey, colon health is important, so good for your dad for getting the message out. That's great. Look at that. From butt surgery to marriage, anything can happen. Hi, Ellen. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Ellen, when did your dad embarrass you in front of a date?
How do you know it was my dad? We were at dinner at my house. I brought my future husband home to meet my parents and my family. There are 7 children in my family, and my father looks at my future husband, and then he looks at me and he goes, I have 7 children here, and the only one I know the exact moment of conception is me.
There you
Oh,
go.
my gosh.
You're like, oh, good to meet you, sir. Pass the bread.
Cool.
That's cool.
That's a.
Why do they say the
I don't know.
weirdest
My
I
dad
don't
says
know.
that. My dad once said to my buddies, like, I've only had sex 3 times. Chris, Kirsty, and Frank. And I was like, Dad, can you go to bed?
It's like attempts at
3
comedy
in the
but
afternoon.
maybe
Yeah.
ill-advised.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
And if you're here for Taylor Swift, don't worry. We're going to send you in just a moment. But first, hey, Shelly, how are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. Your dad embarrassed you in front of a date?
Yes. So my high school boyfriend, bless his heart, top of his class, in the band, all the things.
Did you date Whip?
And my dad, he's a veteran and he's an amputee, and back in the 60s. So anyway, we were talking about tattoos, and we were looking at each other, and my dad goes, yeah, one drunken night in the service, I got an 8-ball tattoo. And we're kind of looking at each other, and Chris goes, well, I never noticed it. And he goes, well, because I didn't like it, we just cut the whole arm off.
Come on.
And I thought the poor kid was going to die, and I couldn't stop laughing. It was awful.
This is great. Dad's doing it. He's the only guy who can pull that joke off.
Yeah, well, that's
And
very
what's the
true.
guy supposed to do? Laugh
Right,
or not?
you
And he's
can't
like,
laugh.
he's
I
stuck.
know. Well, and my dad, I've never known him with 2 arms.
Right.
It happened in the 60s, so he looked weird in pictures to me.
Right.
And neither did Chris, obviously. And so we didn't even think about it. And we're like, oh, my God. And I just started laughing. And Chris, he turned 67 shades of red before all the blood drained out of his face.
I have no idea what to
hilarious.
do. Which direction do I go here?
Yeah, what do I do now?
You're listening to the Morning Mix podcast.
Being in a work meeting, you're in so many meetings so often now. And when you're on them with friends from work, now, like during the pandemic, we all started to see what each other's houses looked like, and your dog is in the background. And at first it was weird. It was like, oh, wow, weird. Oh, is that Joel in the back? What's Nikki and Joel? Oh, he's eating popcorn. Oh, that's how Joel eats popcorn. Now you get used to it, and it just seems to be, this is the day-to-day thing. Who cares? And everybody has now sort of found the spot in their house when they're working from home where they sit, whether that's an office or their kitchen or whatever. So now you get on these calls, and it's all the same. But then we get a little complacent. We get used to it. We are the CEO, let's say, of AirAsia.
Yeah.
And we decide that we're chiming into a work call, but whilst doing it, we're going to get a shirtless massage. How? That's what happened to Tony Fernandez. Old T-Bone, CEO of AirAsia, was on a call in Indonesia and decided to get a shirtless chest massage on the call, while on a staff call.
I mean, it's one thing to get a quick flash. Let's say, like, we
love him.
Right. He's got a shirt off for like a second, whatever. But like to continually be on a 30-minute, you can't avoid your CEO's bare chest.
Bare chest getting rubbed down. Even like if we were on a call, let's just say that our group, we're on a call, on a video call, and in the middle of it, Big Karwowski stands up and changes his shirt. Like, that would be so weird. You know what I'm saying? Like the idea of like, oh, there's his belly button. I don't know.
Right.
312-233-1019. What happened on your work call? Hi, Roxana. Good morning.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
I love your name, Roxana. It's like they took Roxanne and Rosanna and they put them together.
I think so.
That's awesome. So you were in a meeting and something inappropriate, something weird happened. What happened?
Yeah, it was funny. We had a guest speaker from a different channel of ours, so he started going off, probably taking too long, to be honest with you, and one of our coworkers unmuted herself, unfortunately, and whoever was in the room with her, she starts going off, yeah, this guy from Germany is going off, telling us this, and he's taking so long. And I think whoever of us that caught it were mortified because we're like, oh my gosh, shut her up.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's crazy because we've had not that level where they're making fun of someone on the call, but we've had it where early days when we were setting it up, you'd hear someone's family in the background. And if you were running that meeting, you can mute people. So I would just go in and mute people. Like in the middle of a meeting, I'd hear, and you can tell where the sound's coming from. And I'd be like, all right, sorry, Jay, muted. And then like 10 minutes later, he'd be like, why did someone mute me? I'm like, well, your dog was throwing up in the background. And we're looking at projections here. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, projectile vomiting.
That's what it is. Jesus. Good morning. How are you? Jesus.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going?
Going really, really well. So you were on a call in a meeting, and what happened?
All right. So we had a coworker who did not have like his backsplash screened out. So we finally got a glimpse of what his office looks like. And when I mean this man had 50 pictures of clowns hanging up on his wall. There were 50 pictures of clowns on his wall. No one had the courage to ask him what those pictures were because we were honestly a little mortified. Like, what is going on here? And we all kind of see him in a different lens now.
Right?
Like, what? So, okay, Jesus, what kind of industry are you in?
I work in, like, insurance industry, but not really anything too particularly awesome.
But also like not clown-related?
Not clown, no, nothing at all. I mean, it was very interesting to see at least, and now, like I said, we see him like in a different way.
Were you guys all texting? Were you texting about it with each other? Like, what is happening here?
Yeah, so I have a work best friend, and I immediately text him like, "Are you seeing this?" And she's like, she replied like, "My mouth's still wide open. Like, I don't know what's going on here."
Wow. How could I not see it? Look at all the clowns.
Yeah.
Have you guys considered like this year for Halloween? Like, if you all got on a call dressed as clowns, have you guys kicked that idea around?
Honestly, we're a little bit afraid that he just like might find where we live and do something weird to us.
Okay, we're creeped out by this.
Steer clear.
Yeah, we're very creeped out. We still invite him to like all like the virtual happy hours and whatnot.
Yeah,
but After that, like in-person vibes are completely off.
Jesus, I got an idea. Are you ever in person or are you always remote?
Oh, we're always remote. We're actually in different states, which kind of helps me out a bit. Yeah, I maybe see this individual if maybe once a year, but lately we're all just staying at home, which is I'm okay with.
Yeah, because maybe you guys can organize a watch party and you can all watch it and just see what he does. Like, do it online. Everybody have their cameras on. Just kind of watch him.
and we just slowly pass out one by one, like what's going on.
You're like, oh, how did he find us? No!
From Chicago to your device, this is the Morning Mix Podcast.
Scary movies. They are scary, guys. Let it be known. I'm not interested in them. But we are interested in singing about them. It's time for your Thursday 3-style. What first words come to mind when we say scary movie? Hi, Lori. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We're doing really, really well. Have you heard us do a Thursday 3-style before, Lori?
Yes, I have.
Okay, great. So you know the drill. We've got a topic today, scary movies. And we're going to ask you what are the first 3 words that come to mind when we say scary movie.
Got it.
What are those words?
Blood,
Ugh.
monsters,
Oh, jeez.
and Pennywise.
Pennywise.
yeah. You know what?
That's the clown from It, right? Pennywise?
The creepiest clown I know.
Okay.
Well,
Creepiest
float
clown
down
I
here,
know.
Georgie.
Don't do that.
Oh,
Don't
man.
do that.
Look at that.
It's kind of dark outside.
Yep.
I don't need that from you. I don't need that.
He's setting the tone.
Jeez. Do you have your bell, Nikki? Okay, good.
Go.
So, Lori, when I get these words worked into the song, Nikki will ring the bell. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, stay right there. Don't go anywhere, okay? Jeez. This is too much pressure. Scary. I don't even like this topic. Why did we agree to this?
Yeah.
Decisions had to be made. Let's get scary, y'all. Here we go. This is your Thursday 3-style. I'm scared, you see?
Scared style.
Scary movies. Scared style. All right, here we go. Oh, man. Scary movies. I don't want none of it. You can go take it and flush that. Shh, don't say that word on the radio. Whip got scared. That's what we're doing around here, you turd. We're all outside and we're running around. I don't like it, man. I'm staying inside. What's that screaming sound? Those are my friends. They wanted to watch a scary movie, but the fun, it never ends. Oh, no. What was that thud? Now, under the door, I see a flow of blood. Oh, geez. What should we do? I got to run, and you should run, too. I'm scared. I hate those monsters. I'd rather flush them down. I'm going to go with turds again. That didn't really work, but we're trying to work it through for Lori. What can we do? It's Halloween. Boo. Now, guess what? I'm getting wise. I can't rhyme wise with wise. That would be, I'll try again. How many tries before I get it and I rhyme Pennywise? Oh, he found his way around. You didn't think I would do it, but I did. Ha-ha. That's what we do when we're mean on the streets. Grab your knapsack. We're going to go trick or treat.
Knapsack.
Knapsack.
I like
I had to get knapsack. She didn't want it, but I had to work it in.
Yeah.
Was that scary? The dogs liked it.
Dog loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dog loved it.
All right. Thank you, Lori. If you were to rate that one, like 5 stars being, Harry Styles level magic, 1 star being like, hey, man, retire. What would you say that one would rank as, Lori?
I think it's a solid 3.5.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
That's a 3 plus right there.
3.5 on the Richter. We will take
plus.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You live.
Yeah.
You live another day.
Yep.
Oh, thank goodness. I hope we never do scary movies again.
From Chicago to your device, this is the Morning Mix Podcast.
These are the top 6 reasons why women with tattoos are the best wives. Let's go! Gay, straight, or otherwise, if you are locking up with a gal and she's got a tattoo, congratulations, you've wifed up a winner. And at number 6, women with tattoos are a force of nature. They're strong. They're confident. Sure, it could be a stereotype, but it's one that anybody would be proud to have. You don't want to mess with this woman. If anybody tries to insult her or someone like her that she loves, forget about it. She's going to win every single time.
Cool.
Top 6 reasons why women with tattoos are the best wives. She's always up for a little bit of fun. Women with tattoos love spontaneity in their life. Surprise them with a romantic night out or with a fun trip somewhere that she's never been. She's always ready for adventure, especially if it's with you. That's a Taylor Swift reference.
That's good. That's good.
By law here at The Mix, we have to work a Taylor Swift reference in everything.
Yeah.
And at number 4, women with tattoos find joy in the little things. Some of her tattoos might be small, but they bring her a lot of happiness whenever she looks at them, just like all the little things that you do for her and just like your little thing. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And at number 3, top 6 reasons why women with tattoos make the best wives. She cherishes memories, and she wants to make new ones with you. Some tattoos are fun. Others have a deeper meaning. There are reasons why she wanted to get certain tattoos, mainly because she wants to have constant reminders of some things in her life that held so much significance. It's obvious that memories are super important to her. She never wants to stop making new ones with you.
I just look at pictures. You don't have to get a tattoo. You can scrapbook.
I guess it doesn't mean that much to you, Nikki. Jeez. In at number 2, top 6 reasons why women with tattoos are the best wives. She's comfortable in her own skin. Just like with her emotions, a woman with tattoos is not afraid to just be herself. She is content with who she is. And in at number 1, the reason why women with tattoos make the best wives. She wears her heart on her sleeve. Sure, one of her tattoos might actually be a heart on her sleeve, but that's not what we're talking about here. She's completely comfortable and open with her emotions. She wants you to share your feelings too. Open and honest communication is one of the most important things to have in any relationship, so it comes as no surprise. These are the qualities anybody would want in a long-term relationship, so try to nab you a lady with some tattoos. That right there is your mix.
The Morning Mix Flash Briefing with Violetta.
Jada Pinkett Smith is all over the place. I know.
No.
I know. She's everywhere talking about her new memoir and her life, marriage, Will, Tupac. She's really trying to sell this book. Her kids have now come out and said they kind of feel bad for dad because there's a lot of drama going around.
Mm-hmm.
Her friends have also come out and said there's different narratives about the status of their relationship and marriage. And they say that's a little frustrating. And then we were all obviously wondering, what's Will say about all this, right? Well, 2 official statements are out. The first was him posting just the words notifications off, meaning I'm not available. My phone is blowing up. I'm not responding to anybody. Leave me alone. And then just yesterday, he posted a video of him sitting down and it says official statement in all caps. And he's ready to tell you what he thinks. And he says, in my opinion, then he does a pretend, choo, sneeze. And then the camera starts zooming out, like from his house to like a jungle to like a rainforest to like the beach to like the universe. And in my opinion, it's kind of like in the bigger picture, none of this matters. But so no official statement, but everyone's making a big deal about all of it.
To the extent that I care, which is not a huge amount, but I will say I don't really know what it is we're witnessing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I know.
I do feel like sometimes there are celebrities who have one thing that's really going on and another thing which is public. And like, is this one of those things, but like the celebrities involved can't get their story straight or get their own story straight, even individually? I don't know what we're seeing.
Yeah, I listened to a really long interview with her on Armchair Expert. She was on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I listened to the whole thing. And they talked a lot about that. And there's a Red Table Talk episode where she revealed the entanglement. She cheated on him, right? With this rapper, August, whatever.
Right.
So... And then she called it an entanglement. But in the interview, she's saying like, oh, at this point, we were separated privately.
Right.
But we weren't separated publicly. So when we got in the room to film that episode, it became clear to me that Will was not ready to say publicly we're separated. So that even made it even more weird because she was like, oh, I had this entanglement. And he didn't say. She thought he would say to her, well, right, but you know what? We're separated. We've been separated. But they didn't. So then that happened, and then the slap thing happens. It's just like, to your point, it's all so mucky and weird. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on.
Right.
Like somebody's writing the script for them, like a publicist, and they can't remember what they were supposed to do or what they were doing at any given moment. I don't know.
Right. They're revealing so much, yet there's so much that they're not telling us constantly. So I don't really know. Next, to more people that are polarizing, the Kardashians. Woo! Yay. And Harry and Meghan. It looks like momager Kris Jenner is working and hoping to get Harry and Meghan to do a cameo on the family's reality show on Hulu. Still in the early stages, but Kris is hopeful to score the ex-royals. Meghan hasn't really been able to win over popular opinion in general, so in my opinion, I'm like, what does she have to lose? Go on the Kardashian side. You might get some money and some more publicity.
Wow, seems like she could get Will and Jada pretty quick.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I think they're neighbors.
So 2 really annoying stories, and then we're going to go to an adorable one. We had girl math, we had boy math, and now we have dog math.
Okay, to start, when there is 15 balls out, but 1 goes under the couch, I now have 0 balls. When you leave for 3 hours, it's 3 hours. When you leave for 3 minutes, it is also 3 hours. Dinner's always at 5 o'clock. When it's at 5:03, you're 2 hours late. When it's at 4 o'clock, you're also 2 hours late. When one dog walks in front of the house, it equals to 40 dragons that are trying to attack us.
Ain't that the truth?
That is so true.
Yep, so there's some dog math for you. You can imagine that while you're playing with your pup today. That's your flash briefing.
All right, thank you for joining us for the Morning Mix podcast. Make sure you rate, review, like, and follow this podcast. You can also follow us on social at 1019 Mix Chicago. And we will see you tomorrow on the Morning Mix.